Hello, Creative Cooks. Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Phoebe Cooks channel. I'm your host, Phoebe, and today we're going grocery shopping together. I'm visiting 3 grocery stores, and the first one, I'm looking for nori sheets to make some sushi. I shared 3 different types of sushi in a few episodes ago in February for month of Japanese recipes. And here's a gist on what to look out for when shopping for sushi. Make sure it is plain and simple. It should not have any warning that it may affect your health. And some sushi packs come with instructions on how to use them. And here are a few different types of sushi you can make. I will leave the link down below so you can check it out. Next, I'm looking for sake. This was actually my first time shopping for sake. I did not know what to look out for. The bottles looked cool, and quite frankly, I actually enjoy that kind of mystery. That way I'm able to do more research on it, see what works out for me, and go from there. If I happen to use it at some point, I will share my thoughts on it. I'm now in the dry nuts and dry fruits aisle because I wanted to try something new to make a few recipes. I found some dried goji berries as well as some Turkish apricots. For the dried goji berries, I used them to make a granola. I look forward to sharing that recipe in about a few weeks. That way you can add it to your weekly meal prep, since granola is something you can make once that will serve you over the course of the week. You guys let me know, how do you like to use goji berries? So far I've been snacking on them and they've been quite a treat compared to eating sweets that are highly processed. Here I have some Turkish apricots. Believe it or not, I have been snacking on these one bit at a time. After getting the Turkish apricots, I set them aside, make sure that I was on track on my list, and I found out that I needed one more thing to get for my sister, but quite frankly, I got a few more things other than that. I came across a few mason jars that you can use to store your dried nuts, dried seeds, granola mixes, dried pastas, you name it. They just make your pantry look so beautiful, organized, especially when you label them and stack them in such a way that you know where everything is. They're also better than using plastic. I thought I was going to get some sorghum flour, but I decided against it and went on my jolly way to get some more groceries. Here I've got some avocado. It's also known as pear in other countries like the Gambia where I grew up. So that's something to look out for. I have here some kiwis. Now kiwis, they come with red interiors, yellow interiors. I love the one with green interiors. It's most familiar. That's what I associate kiwis with. Let me know in the comment section below which is your favorite. Alright, first on the list for my March grocery guide are artichokes. You can use them to make artichoke and ginger tea. You can either get the big globed ones or the small mini ones. Next are Brussels sprouts, which I call mini cabbages. Great when you roast them, steam them, add them to salads. We've got here some spinach. They're great in smoothies if you like that, or blanched and added to rice or a soup. Don't forget your golden and purple beetroots for juicing, roasting. I also have some cabbages, which are such a nutrient powerhouse. Fennel bulbs are amazing. They have a really nice anise flavor. When you roast them, they're quite delicious. Broccoli. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with broccoli. They're great steamed, they're great grilled, roasted, and do not forget your fresh greens. You've got all kinds: lettuce, frisee, Swiss chard, kale. I've got here some kumquats. Do you use this in your recipes? Kumquats belong to the citrus family. I like to call them mini oranges because when you cut them in half, cross-sectionally, they look like the radial interior of an orange. Grapefruits are a great find, together with mandarins. These are packed with vitamin C and extra nutrients that help with collagen production. And do not forget all the other kinds of citrus fruits you'll find at your store, like lemons, tangerines, pomelo, limes. I mean, you name it. And another one called Buddha's hand fruit, looks like a lemon with hair on it. I've got here some bush pears. Honestly, these are like classic pears you can use to make pear and gingerbread. So tasty. I prefer them to all other kinds of pears. They have a nice crisp to them. I came across some rice ramen. This one is gluten free, but there's another kind I prefer to use in my recipes for soups especially, and they are rice noodles. They're also called rice vermicelli. I used these rice noodles to make the recent ramen curry I shared last week, so be sure to check it out. I'll add a link somewhere on this video or in the description box below. All right, y'all, this was my shopping spree at the first store, which was Whole Foods, and I found out that I got carded for sake. So that's something new to you. Watch out for that. After checking out, we'll be on my way to the next store. Alright, I'm at Trader Joe's. First on the list at Trader Joe's is ginger root. I love the ginger roots. They are very strong in flavor. Never go wrong with getting ginger root from Trader Joe's. Next I have some raw walnuts. Those I love to snack on. I recently made a pumpkin seed and walnut butter, which is amazing. I use it to spread on rice crackers, have it with my porridge in the morning. Such a great treat. I was looking for raw pumpkin seeds, but found out that these ones were roasted, so that really did not sit well with me, but you know, happens. Just kept on looking around, seeing what new things I can find, and I came upon some rolled oats, old-fashioned oats, which I needed for my morning porridge. And I also came across another one that has a nice mix of ancient grains like quinoa, amaranth. You know me, I like to put in my own mix-ins instead of buying one that's already pre-made. But if you'd like something that's already pre-made, that's a great option for you that's available at the store. Carrots, oh my goodness, you can't go wrong with carrots. You can snack on them, roast them, steam them, have them as a nice side dish. I also got a pack of Persian cucumbers that I would be snacking on over the course of the week. After getting my Persian cucumbers and seeing what they had in the freezer section, more like the fresh produce section of the freezer section, I decided to get a bouquet of flowers. I like to refresh my vase every 2 weeks to brighten up my kitchen, brighten up my space. If that's something you're into, be sure to check out fresh flowers. If you're in the United States, Trader Joe's is a great spot to get fresh flowers. And that's it. It's time to check out and get to the next store. You might be like, Phoebe, you're shopping at 3 different stores. Because they all have different things that I like. And I'll show you what's up in the next one. Alright, I'm at Mariana's getting some Granny Smith apples. Those are for my sister, but she's using it to snack on, make a juice from it. I don't know. But she needed them, so I got them for her. After getting those apples, I decided to shop for the green juice I'll be sharing with you in a few minutes. One of the ingredients for the green juice include celery, together with cilantro, apples, cucumber. You'll see the gist of it. Next on the list, I'm getting some beets, but I decided to find out what they had in store for parsley and found out that they had another section with better selection for parsley. Here I've got some purple beetroots that I'll be using to ferment together with bok choy and pear to make fermented vegetables / fermented fruits. So I shared a post on that a few days ago on here on YouTube. If you got a chance to see, you saw that I made some fermented bok choy and beets. It's been a week already, so I'm excited to see how it turns out in the next 4 weeks so I can add fermented vegetables to my staples of healthy foods to eat that are not pasteurized. If you'd like a gist on that, let me know in the comment section below. The zucchinis were not looking that great. They were looking quite lumpy and not as fresh, so I decided to set them aside and kept on shopping. Next, I need some Honeycrisp apples. With these, in as much as I prefer to get apples that I can pick from, I don't mind the bad ones, but you really have to check through them. Make sure they're firm, no soft spots, no rotten spots. Shuffle them around, add them to your cart, and get on with shopping. After shopping for my fresh produce, I decided to see what Mariano's had in stock for raw pumpkin seeds, and they had a nice stash of it. And I could not leave without my chocolate bar. And they had quite a bit of options. I like to try out different flavors whenever I can. This time I decided to go along with the hazelnut butter flavor by Who brand. Have you tried it before? It's quite a treat. Let me know your thoughts on it if you have. And guys, this is it for the shopping spree for that day. And I'm going to get on and start preparing to make this juice. By the way, you can download your copy of everything I mentioned when it comes to getting your grocery guide for March. So check out that link in the description box below so you can get your copy, and it'll be a really nice list for you to reference when shopping for different meals for your week. If you're loving this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, because if you love groceries, then you want to hang around here every single week to see what's in stock for you. Share it with your friends so they too also know what's in stock. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads. Begin to assemble your ingredients. Those will include apples. I have some cucumber. I also have some celery here. This was from the last juicing session I had in the previous week. Together with that, I have some bok choy. You can see that this is a nice array of ingredients that have a high water content, which makes it easy to juice them without having to coax water out of them by adding water. Quarter up your bok choy and set it aside. Be sure to remove the root end of the celery and add the stalks of the celery to your bowl as well. Next on the list is cucumbers. In as much as some juices come with the option to just load all your ingredients into the hopper, I think it's best to cut up your ingredients in such a way that it will not bother your juicer and make it work harder than it was meant to. I have peeled 3 limes. It's best to peel them so that you're not consuming all the oils from the skin of the limes, which can be disturbing to one's tummy if they consume it on a regular basis. Cut up your apples. Here I have some ginger, fresh ginger from Trader Joe's. If you'd like to add in some turmeric, feel free to do that. And now it's time to juice. Let's get this on. All right, look at how beautiful, vibrant, luscious this juice is looking. Now, I love my juicer, but it doesn't do a great job when it comes to extracting all the juice from the components that I needed it to juice. So I squeezed out the residue and look at how much juice I got out of it. So imagine if I had tossed all of that into trash. I'd have lost all that juice. So I'm glad if you have that patience and you don't have the best juicer, so to speak, you can spend some time to extract some juice from the residue. Store your juicer alongside the dashi I made for the ramen curry. Hint, be sure to watch that episode. And y'all, I'm serving this juice. To get a full recipe for this juice, be sure to check out the link below. You can find it on my website, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this grocery haul slash juice recipe session. I am excited to share more of these with you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week, day, wherever you are. And chat again in the next episode. Later.